What's up, y'all? How's it going? Happy Friday afternoon. Friday evening, actually. Y'all are ready for the long weekend? Got an extra day in the weekend today, this weekend, right? Well, for some of us, yes, we do. But some of us, we don't. Every day is a farm day for us. Sitting here, enjoying the sunset, enjoying the beautiful overcast. It's like a lovely 70 degrees about, so it's gonna take about 5 more minutes here. Then we gotta go check the water on the gentleman over there by the house, the bucks and the ram. I am considering of selling the boar, the little boar goat, the buck. And yeah, I have 4 bucks, 2 rams. One ram I'll be selling probably in March. I'm going to use him this winter, and I'll probably start advertising him in March, or try to advertise him all the way till like next year even. If not, I guess he'll just be lamb stew or something. But he's a really nice ram, so his wool is amazing. He's a merino. Not polled, he's kind of horny, so. But yeah, that's just kind of my thoughts on that. So this week, not really much happened. We just same thing, pretty much. Like we moved from this side behind the juniper, and we just jumped 1, 2, 3, 4 this way, and we're back over here. Wait. I'm doing something wrong. We moved from that side, yeah. So we were here, and we're here now. Or tomorrow we'll be here where I'm sitting, where the trailer is. So that's just the update for us this week. Not really much happened. Just trimmed a couple hooves again. For some reason the goats' hooves are growing faster than the sheep, and I'm kind of thinking just because there's so much sand out here, we don't have any rocks, we don't have anything like that, so that is the only issue we have, being in such a sandy location. We have to keep an eye on the hooves of the goats, mainly the goats, because their hooves tend to grow a little bit faster than the sheep. They've been on pasture ever since March of this year, so it's been 6 going on 7 months now. The only time we gave them hay was the week I was shearing, so I don't think that would be good, but you never know, it could be. But then also earlier this year, January, February, and then the first week of March, and into the second week of March, they were getting hay as well. So I mean, that probably would be it, catching up with them until now. So, but just catching them. I know there's one that's pretty bad. Hoof is like that long. I want to catch her, but she's wrong to me. Whoa, easy there, dude. You're just crazy, man. Hey, you're not even drinking from this one. You pumped Jenny away from this one and you're drinking over there. You believe that? They're just crazy. Crazy goats, man. They're just mean and vicious. But anyway, yeah, honestly. Yeah, so I'm thinking that might have been what finally caught up with them now. It's like, yeah, they got some pretty long hooves, so I've just been slowly catching them. Ladies' hooves are a little bit long as well, so we're gonna have to work on her. She's coming up right here too. Would have been a good time to catch her. There was 2 major ones that had like really long hooves. I caught them last week and I cut them, and this week I caught another one. So yeah, so we got another one right here that's hooves like that. So we have like a handful of them. So we just have to make sure we got the trimmers ready, and when they get to water, we can catch them. But yeah, other than that, not really a whole lot happened this week. Just been kind of warm. Got some rain last night, and it's been going pretty well. So the grass is coming back up. we're just slowly making our way down to the end of the salt brush here, where it kind of ends. It's funny, it's like, where was it, back here earlier this week? I was saying that I think they're tired of the salt brush. They've been constantly eating that for the past 2 weeks now. And then for the next, I don't know how long it's going to take to get down there, probably about 3 more weeks. For 3 more weeks, they'll be eating that consistently, so that's their main diet. And then coming back up on this side of the road, it's going to be their main source of vegetation again. And we're going to get up to there and then make our way closer to the ridge and slowly make our way back down during the winter. And we're just kind of planning it out in my head. We'll see what happens when the time comes. Yeah, but yeah, they're doing good. Y'all had yourselves a great weekend. I hope y'all had a great week. I mean, there's really not much stuff in the updates. It's kind of funny talking about that. Like, I follow some channels that, you know, they have farms, animals, and all this stuff, and I just think that they're putting themselves and their animals in these weird situations, and they're videoing it. I mean, for me, it's like every day is the same process. Wake up, check on them, check their water, go to work, come back. I move them, I set up the next paddock or tear down the paddock from before, set up for the next one. And that's that, you know, it's the same routine. Everybody wants to get into the farming, ranching, whatever. It's like routine, every day, the same thing over and over. If you love doing that, yeah, that's for you. Sometimes I'm just like, oh man, I gotta do it again. But then, yeah, it's like, yeah, I have to. There's no getting around it. But anyway, I was saying, like, I watch some of these channels and it's like, they like the stupidest things that probably won't ever happen. It seems like they do, and I'm just kind of thinking, like, is that just for them so that they can create content? I mean, it's so dumb. Like, a sheep died. I'm like, what did you do to the sheep to kill it? I mean, if they're just on grass, what's going to cause that? I understand mine died back when I had them pinned up when I was shearing, but that was my fault because I think I fed them a little too much, and I fed them more alfalfa than I did the grass, so, you know, she bloated, and that's what caused that. So, I mean, that's understandable. That was my fault, not the sheep's fault. But it's crazy, you know, you see just like these homesteaders as well, they have animals and all this, they film like these crazy things. It's like, in my whole life, I mean, I grew up here, grew up with these dudes, taking care of them and all, being around animals and not really gardening and all, but it's like, how do they get themselves in those situations? I just kind of feel like that they're just doing it to create some kind of content to keep going. It's so crazy. I mean, for me, I could not do that. I could not do that to my animals, even here. I mean, my life is freaking boring. It's just like, I do the same thing every day. I mean, if I was to video myself every day within a week, it's going to be the same thing. You're going to be like, oh, okay, well, Saturday morning, you go out an hour later over there. Yeah, I do. Because I take an extra 45 minutes in the morning, you know, at home, tend to the garden, you know, sip my coffee, and that's it. Then I come out here, check on the dudes, fill their water, make sure they're okay, go back. Sometimes I'll move. If I don't set up for the next day, I'll tear it down and I'll move it. That's like on a Friday if it's raining or if I'm running short on time. I mean, I'll do that on the weekend. Even on a Saturday, if we go to town, like last week, for example, we went to town, we came back pretty late. I just moved them and I left the netting up for that day. And I came out here Sunday morning I checked on them, filled their water, everything's good. I tore down the netting, I set up the netting for that evening. I mean, yeah, some weekends I do that. Even on some weekdays I do that. I mean, but then again, it's like, I just don't understand how these situations happen for these people. It's just kind of baffles my mind, and like, I just think they're doing it for content. I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong. It could actually be happening to people. I don't know, but I don't ever want that to happen to me, like consistently like that. I mean, that's crazy, man. But I don't know. I have no explanation for it. I mean, if someone's out there that knows or has an explanation for that, let me know. I mean, I'm curious, like, how so much can happen to a person with an animal like that. So I'm just curious. I mean, if it's just for content creation, all right, understandable. But I mean, just even that, you're putting your own health at risk. You're putting your animals at risk. I mean, that's like, wouldn't that be kind of like neglecting your animals and whatnot? Animal abuse, it's crazy. But anyway, I just thought about that earlier too, and I was thinking about that because I'm like, this is the first video I'm putting up again. A lot of time I'm just talking. It's like, oh, this is what happened, and like, this week was not even an interesting week. But then again, for me personally, yeah, it's just because I have personal mental health issues that I got to deal with. So that's probably why it was an interesting week. But somebody from the outside looking in it, they might be like, oh, well, you're dealing with that type of mental illness. Okay, why don't you get help? But I don't know. It's like, yeah, I did talk to somebody, but it's just, sometimes it just makes it worse. I'd rather deal with it on my own. I don't want medication or anything like that. So it just, being out here helps me as well. So, but anyway, it's just kind of baffles my mind sometimes that, a lot of things like that can happen. So, but anyway, I'm not knocking on them or anything. I'm just curious as to why on a farm or a ranch, things like that would happen. It just kind of seems to me it's just for content creation, but I could be wrong. So anyway, but for me, this is what I do every day. It's a boring routine. I understand that, along with a full-time job. Come back sometimes, like yesterday, I was on my feet all afternoon in the sun and, doing a lot of things, a lot of work going around. And man, I was just tired. I got home, I sat down, I was like, oh my gosh, this feels so good. But I knew I had to come out here, but still, I'm just like, oh, 5 more minutes, no, 5 more minutes. But then you're just like, I gotta do it, I gotta go. And once I got out here, I mean, I came out here before even sitting down. I could have beat the rain. Right when I started setting one fence up, it started raining. I was just able to run one and run the other, and then I just waited the rain out over here. Yeah, so things happen like that. So, but a lot of things is just, it's boring. Yes, the same routine, but it's not motivation that will get you through this. It's just discipline. It's just the same thing every day, every morning, every afternoon, every evening. It's the same process. I mean, if you're thinking of getting into something like this, you're romanticizing about it. Yeah, it's the same boring routine every day. But then again, also, you have to make it fun for it not to be boring. So I got my doggies over here that always keep me entertained too, the guard dogs. And then the goats get a little bit crazy, just like what happened earlier. They're just knocking each other over, and yeah, you just have to make it a little bit fun yourself, especially if it's just yourself doing all of this. I talk to myself a lot. I talk to the animals and everything else, I talk to everything around me. I don't know, you call me a spiritualist or whatever. It's like, yeah, I talk to everything. It's always been like that. I grew up alone. I've been on my own for a long time, and still I do this on my own. So majority of the time, 98% of the time, I do this all by myself. So yeah, I just learned how to have fun inside my own head and talk to everything around me, everyone, everything. So anyway, that's just kind of my little tidbit on it. And don't be one of these content creators that create dumb situations that are simply avoidable. Yeah, so just farm, bro. Homestead, ranch, whatever you want to do. That's what I do. I don't ever want to. A lot of things, bad things, good things that happen, I don't film it all. I just give updates every week. So even on my social media posts, I just take a picture, do a short video, recap, whatever. And that's it. I did try to make content, but within 2 weeks or whatever, I was out of ideas to post, and after a while it just became the same thing over and over, and I was just like, who wants to watch the same thing over and over? So, and I'm pretty sure that's that goes with content creation. You're doing the same thing over and over, but then you got to do things something different. So yeah, anyway, I'm rambling now, so we're gonna get back. We gotta take care of the gentleman over there, and then we gotta get dinner going, and yeah, we're gonna call it a night. So tomorrow, Saturday, I gotta take my truck in for some maintenance, the ranch truck / my work truck. So yeah, gotta take care of my vehicle. It does a lot of work around here. All right, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself. Be good. Stay healthy. Have an amazing week. We'll see you later. Peace out, y'all.